Fire, fire, fire.
Hit me.
Why are men the single greatest threat to women and children? If it's in a man's nature to provide, then why are there more single mothers and single fathers? And if it's in a man's nature to protect, then why are 90% of intimate partner homicides committed by men? And these dumbass dating coaches...
Because men are stronger than women? What?
will get on here and they'll say...
I swear, if women were like, it was the inverse with the animal dimorphism and women would be the bigger ones, it would literally be the same thing.
Stuff like, men are naturally hunters. It's in their nature to protect and provide. Can you show me a single fucking statistic that proves that? Like, who are they protecting and providing for? Because usually, statistically, they are the people you are protecting yourselves from.
I've never heard someone be wrong about so many things in like such a short amount of time. Like, this bitch is talking so fast as hell, just to be wrong about literally like everything that she's fucking saying. Like, first off, like, why are there more single mothers than single fathers? Because courts are biased. Like, this is basic common knowledge, especially if you live in a liberal state. Like, everyone knows this. Am I crazy? Like, I'm right. In order for a court to order a mother to be unfit to be in their child's life at all, they literally have to be like borderline murderers or, you know, the other word. The bar is literally in hell for women. You have to be like, you have to be a colossus as a woman for a court to rule against you. Men, though, like the complete opposite. You have to have like a squeaky clean record, good income, have your shit together, and you have to make a good enough argument in court to be awarded even like visitation or like whatever the fuck, like the rights to your kids when it comes to the kids, right? Courts always side with mothers over fathers, always. Like I don't know, if you don't know that, you are either ideologically captured. I don't know. I think so.
If it's in a man's nature to protect and provide, then why are men the single greatest threat to women and children? If it's in a man's nature to provide, then why are there more single mothers and single fathers? And if it's in a man's...
It looped. I know it looped. Oh my god. Oh. And the other thing that pissed me off, I just have to fucking rant about this. If men are what, protectors, why are they the biggest threat to women and children? Like that's the fucking point, you fucking dumbass. Your husband is there to protect you from other men. That's the whole point. Like, I just can't even wrap my head around like how it's possible for someone to be this fucking stupid. Like, it genuinely has to be like intentional misunderstanding. Like, you have to be purposefully misunderstanding what's happening to be. Why would men need to protect you from women? Women are weaker, they're smaller, they're more frail, they don't have as much muscle on their body, they don't have the raw strength and power to hurt you like men do. Like, feminists have like this mentality of all or nothing. They paint with like very broad strokes with their paintbrush. In other words, like, either all men are saints or all men are murderers and rapists. Like, there's no room. There's like zero room for nuance at all. It is unfathomable for there to be good men and bad men in this world. This line of thinking is like a product of like having no dad, honestly, like in your life. Like a father figure, and it shows. Clearly, you never had a dad that gave the world for you and would like kill for you. It's sad, honestly. Like my dad would. I remember like a couple of times, like, you know, you're a little kid, you're a little girl, and he would kill for me. I know he would. Even my brother would. Because that's their job. And I think that being a good dad also means passing on that knowledge to your son or your nephews or whatever. Is it really that fucking hard to fucking grasp? It's crazy, man. Dads would shift the Earth's polarity for their children. Yes, and that's what I think is so beautiful about being a man. Like, yeah, women give birth and they are the ones that quite literally birth the children, but without the dad, you wouldn't be able to protect them. Oh, here's another one. Is it loading? Oh, here we go. By the way, all these girls are real. They're not rage baiting. I just, for the record, If
you're 28 years old and you're sitting here thinking that your life is almost over, I have really good news for you. Your life has not even started. I'm 48 years old. I remember being 28 and thinking the same.
Holy shit, you're 48. I mean, she doesn't look bad for 48.
Same thing. At 28, you're like, oh my God, I have 2 years to get everything together. I'm gonna be 30. I gotta figure out the partner, the baby, the house, the career, all right now. No. Slow down, back it up. Your 20s there for experimenting, trying things on, getting it
experimenting?
wrong.
Oh, I know what that means.
Changing your mind, falling in love with the wrong person, quitting jobs, starting over. It's messy. It's supposed to be.
I like that part.
Now, that's when you start to wake up a little bit. You start healing. You start seeing your patterns. You might get married. You might get divorced. I did. You might blow up your whole life and build something completely different.
That's not healthy, milady. Good Lord, that's not healthy.
I did. That's normal. Your 40s. Now we're talking. That's when things start to really click. You know yourself, you trust yourself, you're not chasing every shiny thing. You're choosing. You know what you want around you, you know who you want around you.
Holy shit, this is insane. You know what actually
matters. And if you don't have it all figured out, you're not panicking, you're just gonna build it because you've burned it down before and rebuilt it again.
Oh my god, oh my god. And can you imagine all these girls think it's like okay to do this?
And you know how to do it. So if you're 28 and you're spiraling about time, you're early. Like really early. Relax. You're not behind. You're just getting started. Okay, that's all for today. Send this to your girlfriend who's freaking out. Follow for more. Love you. Bye.
Bye. I don't know, man. There's gonna be like two parts of this take. Like part one, I think is like simply like, I don't care. This lady, do what you want with your life. If you want to live this way, who am I to judge you? I'll judge you a little bit, but like, again, you're an adult. You have the freedom and the power and the free will to do whatever you want. I get it. And if like blowing up your life, in her own words, by the way, not me paraphrasing, blowing up your life multiple times is what you desire, then great. I'm so happy for you. As always, my hang up comes at the part where like other people aren't allowed to like avoid you for how you live that life. Like, I've seen this pattern. Like, I know how this goes. Someone in chat even said that there's someone who's barely 30 who's been divorced like, what, 4 times? I'd love to burn down everything I've built over the course of a decade and starting over. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think a lot of people have the mental fortitude for that shit. Triple divorce? Yeah, someone in chat said there's a friend that's 30 and he's triple divorced. That's a fucking red flag for me. Holy shit. Again, I've seen this pattern. Like, the story ends with, why doesn't anybody want to be around me? Like, because you've lived your entire life, your entire adult life, making dog shit decisions and probably avoiding accountability for your mistakes. Like, that's why I'm alone and have 7 cats and no men want me and all my friendships are superficial and about how hot I am or I don't know how much money I make. Like, I don't know, man. It's because you think your shit doesn't stink and everyone and every decision you make is just you living your best life. I'm gonna go to Bali, fuck everyone. No, actions have consequences. Like, sorry, if you should be expected to be treated like one. I don't know, man. Accountability, hedonist, kryptonite. Yeah, I'd like, oh, you're 20, you make a bunch of mistakes, you fall in and out of love, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, falling in and out of love, but you like banging a bunch of dudes isn't exactly good for your soul, if that makes sense. Don't blow your life up at 30. Yeah, no, it's fine, you still are in your 40s. Like, I don't know, man. Again, the other point I wanted to make too is like, there's no greater threat to women than other women. This is literally sabotage advice, in my opinion. This is the equivalent of like your incredibly fat 300-pound friend being like, yes, queen, you deserve another pound of like ice cream for dinner. You're beautiful. Like the Sam Heights kid, like, oh, I just love the taste of ice cream. Oh, like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, and nobody can tell you otherwise. Like, women would literally give each other bad advice for one of two reasons. Either A, crabs in a bucket, they don't want to watch other women succeed, or B, they want to justify their own life decisions and make themselves feel better. So instead of like admitting they made mistakes and advising other women to not do those things, they'll double down and say like, no, actually, blowing up your life multiple times and starting over, and now I'm 48 and I still don't have a husband, even though I want one. Clearly she does, because she does say it. Like, starting over is actually a really good thing. I'm gonna find a man at 50, and I'm like, oh man. Oh man. Like, it's just complete and utter avoidance of any accountability. There's a third possibility they might actually be this stupid. I think she genuinely believes this. My life is very similar, but I don't suggest living it. Well, you don't make TikToks and you don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. Oh, I can't look, but just trust me, she has 100,000 plus followers. 50, half your life is gone at that point? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. As someone who's over 40, please don't live that way. Yes, you can change your course at any point in your life, but the older you are, the harder, more stressful it will be. Yeah, and your brain and your body can only take so much too. Like, yeah, obviously, I'm not gonna diss her. She does look good for 48. I've seen some 48-year-olds that look like they got horrible hair, thinning hair, she's got wrinkles, she looks fine. But like, it's not good for your mental. Like, who knows what the fuck's going on in her fucking head? Maybe she had 3 divorces. It's stressful now? No, I bet. I fucking moved. I moved apartments and I wanted to die afterwards. Like, I can't imagine blowing up your whole life, getting divorced. Maybe she had kids. I don't know. Saw 24 looks 50. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, but I digress. Okay, here's another one. Oh boy. Oh boy, brace yourself. Oh boy. Oh boy.
And this podcast episode perfectly...
Hold on, let me reset it.
Seeking provider husbands, and this podcast episode perfectly depicts why. In this episode, Ramit Sethi interviews this traditional values couple with a net worth of over $2 million. The husband managed all of the finances, and the wife was essentially given an allowance through their discretionary budget, but he determined what was considered discretionary. And when he applied for the show, he said that he was nervous that if he died, that she would go broke because she has no skills. This is the economic reality of relying entirely on one partner. When one person earns and the other exits the labor market, the household becomes highly concentrated. If that person loses their job, gets sick, or just leaves you, the financial consequences are huge. And time away from the market isn't neutral either. Skills depreciate, your network shrink, and your earning power erodes.
Yeah, and AI also takes your job.
This is what economists call depreciation of human capital. And divorce law doesn't erase this risk. Even if assets are evenly split, future earning potential is not redistributed equally. Alimony is not guaranteed and is often temporary, and the spouse who stayed at home finds himself years behind on wages and leverage. When people say that they want a provider husband, what they really mean is that they want specialization. One in market labor and one in domestic labor. The issue is that the risk is asymmetric, and the woman is often the one shouldering the majority of this risk. Household labor is real work, but it rarely translates to financial independence. You can love homemaking, but if you don't maintain your earning power, savings, and financial literacy, you are putting your economic security in the hands of somebody else. You should not be seeking provider.
She's right. I'm actually not mad at this. Like, she is 100%. Why did I say 100%? 100% correct. Except for the little tidbit about divorce. She kind of glazed over that. You did notice that? Divorce heavily favors women. And there's like a reason for that. Historically, women are in fact the stay-at-home mothers that just raise the children and keep the house clean and clean the toilets and cook dinner and breakfast and whatever. Me personally, I am personally fond of that lifestyle. I loved it when my mom was at home waiting for me after I finished school, and I hated it when she started working. I've talked about it many times. Kind However, being a consequence of that is if you ever split with your husband, you don't have the skills, you don't have the work history. She's right. You don't have qualifications. You don't have the wage salary to climb up the ladder to like get a livable wage, right? The experience to get a job and then provide for yourself. Like, you are depending on your husband to do that for you. That's why divorce is incredibly biased towards women, as they should be. The problem is that they made this make sense 40 years ago when it was popular to be a stay-at-home mom. But in current day, this is the caveat, women are often out earning men in the same positions because of DEI. The economy is like so fucked and so bad that like almost always both parents have to work, and like the average life and level of responsibilities all these women has changed drastically, but like court rulings on divorces haven't changed at all. They've stayed the same since like the 60s or 70s. I would also assume those marriages won't divorce. I mean, I don't know. So they get worse? Yeah, absolutely. It's not all about wages and financials. Honestly, it's the least important factor in a relationship. Yeah, but what if? I mean, again, I'm not one to like fucking pull a divorce. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, he's treating me poorly. He's tired and he's cussing me out. I'm gonna pull the divorce card. That's fucked up. Ugh. What's DEI? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's basically what favors women in a lot of workplace instances. I don't know, man. And by the way, that doesn't even begin to like discuss the weaponization of divorce courts and like the woman or the women whose entire plan from day one is to try and take half the shit of a man they don't actually love. Like, you never know. But again, the whole speech about how women who are stay-at-home moms have no ability to provide for themselves if anything ever happened to their husband or they broke up. Like, yeah, it's completely true. I think that's a valid argument. What I think a lot of people miss is that, like, a woman choosing to stay at home, in my opinion, isn't lazy. She's not a slave to the fucking, what is it called? The fucking patriarchy. She's also not leeching off the man while she sits on her ass all day. No, I don't think that's correct. These are like the all mentally ill, terminally online viewpoints. Like, stay-at-home moms are sacrificing for their family. That's how I always viewed it when my mom stayed at home. That is a labor of love that you do for your husband and child. You're basically saying, I'm giving up my ability to be independent and provide for myself to the better life of my family and my future. I'm saying fuck everyone. I'm putting you guys before me. Like, being married and having children is about sacrifice. Like, men sacrifice their bodies and their mental health and their health overall and have high stress levels. Men going to the army. Like, yeah, it's both trades. Like, you're trading both sides. They go out and provide for, they go out into the world, the cruel, cold, dark world, to provide for their families. Women sacrifice by forfeiting their ability to provide for themselves if anything ever happened to them. Or they get cheated on, or if something doesn't work out. Like, everyone's just so fucking selfish nowadays. And when you look at a relationship, you still think about me and try to think about us. When you get married, like, life is now a team game, like, not a solo game. If you're making decisions based off, like, the possibility that things might not work out with your husband or wife, which may never actually happen, like, you've already fucking lost, in my opinion. This is actually, I just thought of this. It's like kind of like playing League or MOBA, like any MOBA, and you're holding flash for the next game. Like, why would you not use your flash right now in the game, like the relationship? You're currently in it to try and make the best possible outcome. You want that ELO, right? Like, I get it's scary to be like a stay-at-home mom and be dependent on your husband to bring home the money, but wouldn't you think it's also scary to invest all this time, this effort, you know, and money into what is like essentially a contingency plan for if your husband ever leaves you. Like, you're getting a job and working for a fucking corpo that doesn't give a fuck about you, spending literally 8 to 10 hours less a day, with your, like, you could be spending that time with your fucking kid, all because you're scared you'll get divorced. Like, what if that never happens? What if you never get divorced? Was it worth it? Like, all that time you lost with your kids? Like, this line of thinking goes in both directions, in my opinion. At the end of the day, like, I don't care what you do. You're an adult. I just want you to be aware that there's, like, no action without consequences. You're always sacrificing something. You can be a stay-at-home mom, but you'll be in a bad spot financially if you lose your husband. Like, you can be a wagey and have financial security as a woman, but you're losing time with your kids. If you don't give a fuck about your kids, I guess it's your own prerogative, but, like, that's kind of, like, how I see it. I try to always view it from the lens of, like, my parents. I don't think my parents ever talked about, like, oh, or, like, my mom talked to me, she's like, I gotta work because, like, I gotta put money away so that, like, in case your dad ever divorces me or something. Like, no, who the fuck thinks about like that, man? Yeah. Worse than that, it could become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, you like mentally getting yourself into that mentality, and it could like basically resort to that because you can't not think about it. But yeah, it's kind of one of the blah blah blah. Yeah, about.
Oh yeah.